Well, the AE1009-XE has arrived, and let me tell you, this is a beautiful boat. So before we get going on anything else and any other further explanations, I'm going to go ahead and get the pre-inflation done, and then we'll switch it to the back of the truck and go from there. So unfolding the boat. All right, boats this size, yeah, they can be pumped up using the standard pump. But if you have one of the small mattress air pumps or something like that, set that thing up. It'll give you the pre-inflation values, and then you can finish it up using the standard pump. So first thing I'm going to do is explain the inflation process for this particular boat. There is 9 air ports on this thing, and the way you fill 1 and 2, which is your main bag, on the outside main bag here, you just put enough air in that just to lift the boat a little bit off the floor. Then you finish on the inside main chamber to get it up to the 2 psi. And that's really important. That gives you an outer air bag that has air in it, and then the inner air bag. So if you do have a failure out there, hey, you're going to be in good shape. So let's go ahead and get the outer main chamber started, and then we'll go to the inner chamber. Now you see I have a little bit of air on the outside chamber. Now I'm going to switch on to the inside main chamber and finish it up. You see it just started to lift off the floor, and in the instructions that's exactly what they say to do. I've got the inner and outer preliminary air is done, and I'm going to do the same thing for the floor, and then the rest I'll finish off with the pump. Now, when this boat arrives, this has the drop stitch floor. The drop stitch floor has a different valve system, and in the back of your seat in the repair kit, you will see a special valve adapter. This is what you need to use when you're inflating your drop stitch floor. I do pre-inflation with this, and then again I'll do the final inflation with the pump. So the next thing we're going to do is go ahead and finalize the outer chamber. If you notice, I'm putting the cap on the outside main chamber number 1 because I want to bring it up to 2 psi using the inner chamber. And there we are, we're right at 2 psi. So we'll put the cap on there with the sealed O-ring is on the inside of the screw cap. That'll keep it nice, and any air leaks that may be potential will not happen. Next, switch to the drop stitch adapter inflation tool. The instructions say go to 4 to 6 pounds, so I set it at 5. Now's a good time to inspect the location and making sure that the rudder pedals are in the right position. As you inflate the deck lifts, that'll tighten up the pedals in here and keep them in their position. So let's go ahead and inflate the deck lifts. Now here you inspect your location, and I'm good for that. Location of the pedals. Now we fill the two aft deck lifts. Go ahead and inflate your coamings. Have two of those. Once you inflate your coaming, you have a Velcro tab where you can pull and tuck away the valves. Okay, that part's done. Insert your forward and aft inserts. With this particular kayak, you get a rear thwart bag. This goes right behind the seat, and it gives added deck lift up here, and it really looks cool, and it works extremely well. I'm gonna go ahead and fill that now, and go ahead and in place that where it's supposed to go. Also, with the new for 2017 Elite XE, you get the lumbar support seat, which I have lumbar support seats on my other boats. This really makes it nice. Go ahead and get the seat in place. Now go ahead and anyway, get your seat all in place, and you can use some of this Velcro to attach the back of the seat and get it locked into place where you want it. Okay, once you got it all inflated, there's an aluminum deck lift frame that you insert. There's two pockets. Just insert it in the pocket. Now, if you have the rudder kit installed, this is where you do a visual inspection to make sure that everything is set up right before you go out. I'm checking the routing, and then back to the back, and I'm going to go ahead and insert the blade. To keep the blade in this position when I'm taking the boat out, I drilled out this hole just a little tiny bit and put a carbina clip in so I don't have to rethread this thing every time I pull the blade out to fold the boat. And then I put a handle here and a carbina clip inside the handle with a small loop. The loop is exactly where it needs to be when I'm pulling it and getting it in the pre-launch position. Then I just release that from the carabiner clip right here, and the rudder will go down once I'm out in deeper water. So what we do now is just finish buttoning it up. We're about ready to go. What I'm doing here is Advanced Elements has a really great deck bag, and it'll adapt to pretty much every boat you own. Got a nice adjustable clip system, but I like it. I can keep my wallet and light stuff in there, and then put my big camera stuff in the hold there in the back. Now again, this thing has a great storage area. Just to open it up like this, and it has an enormous amount of storage. Even with the rear thwart bag installed, there's still quite a lot in there. It'll definitely hold my big lens cameras and stuff like that. To stow it, you just roll it like you would a dry bag. Click it into place. Attach the Velcro seal. One thing I noticed new, they added a small rubber handle to the hatch cover. Great idea. So we're ready to put this thing in the water.